What if I told you that many of the changes men experience after 50, low energy, reduced strength, slower recovery, are not simply because of age, but because your body is no longer receiving the right kind of signals? Because here's the truth most people never hear. Your body does not just decline with time, it adapts, and what it adapts to is what you consistently give it. Now think about your daily routine for a moment. Less movement than before, less physical challenge, less demand placed on your muscles, your joints, your system as a whole. And over time, your body responds to that, not by failing, but by adjusting downward. Now here's where things become important. One of the systems affected by this gradual shift is your hormonal environment, especially testosterone. And before you jump to conclusions, I want to be very clear about something. Testosterone is not just something that disappears with age. It is influenced by how your body is used, not controlled completely, but influenced. Now let me ask you something. Have you noticed that your energy isn't as stable as it used to be? That your strength feels a little less reliable? That your body doesn't quite respond the same way, even when you try to stay active? Now for many men, the immediate assumption is, this is just aging. But what if part of that experience is simply a lack of the right kind of physical stimulus? Hey, I'm Dr. Jake Nolan, and in this video, I want to walk you through something simple, realistic, and incredibly important. We're going to talk about 5 specific types of exercises that can improve your overall health and help support your body's natural testosterone balance after 50, not through extremes, not through unrealistic workouts, but through smart, consistent movement that your body actually responds to. Now, before we go further, I want to set the right expectation. This is not about turning your body into what it was at 25. It's about helping your body function better at 50 and beyond, because your body is still capable. It just responds differently now, and once you understand that, everything changes. Now let's start with a simple idea that most people overlook. Your body is always adapting, every single day, to how much you move, to how much you challenge it, to how much you use it. Now, if movement becomes minimal, your body adapts to that level. If effort becomes rare, your body adapts to that too. And over time, that adaptation affects strength, energy, and even how your body manages internal systems. Now, here's the important part. When you reintroduce the right kind of movement, not random, not excessive, but targeted, you begin to send a new message, a message that says strength is still required. Movement is still necessary. Function still matters. And when your body receives that message consistently, it begins to respond, not overnight, but gradually. Now, this is where exercise becomes more than just physical activity. It becomes communication. Now, before we talk about the 5 exercises, I want you to shift your mindset slightly, because this is where most men get it wrong. They think more is better, more intensity, more volume, more effort. But after 50, that approach often backfires, because your body is not looking for overload. It's looking for the right signal. Now, what does that mean? It means movements that engage your body in a meaningful way without exhausting it. Movements that challenge your muscles without overwhelming your recovery system. Movements that you can repeat consistently, because consistency is where adaptation happens. Now, let's begin with the first type of exercise. And I want you to focus on the concept behind it, not just the movement itself. The first type is lower body compound movement. Now this sounds technical, but it's actually very simple. It means using your legs in a way that involves multiple muscles working together. Now think about something as basic as standing up from a chair, but doing it slowly, with control, without using momentum. Now this might seem small, but it's not insignificant, because your lower body contains some of the largest and most important muscle groups in your entire body, and when these muscles are engaged, they send strong signals to your system. Signals that say, we are still active, we are still needed. Now here's why this matters. When large muscle groups are used regularly, your body responds by maintaining strength and metabolic activity. And metabolic activity plays a role in how your body manages energy and internal balance. Now again, we are not forcing anything, we are supporting the system. Now let's move to the second type of exercise, upper body movement, specifically pushing and pulling. Now, over time, many men reduce how much they use their upper body in daily life. Less lifting, less carrying, less physical demand. And just like the lower body, when the upper body is used less, the body adapts accordingly. Now, when you reintroduce controlled pushing and pulling movements, even at a moderate level, something important happens. You begin to reactivate muscle engagement that may have been reduced over time. Now, this is not about heavy weights. It's about controlled effort. Because controlled effort is what your body can sustain, and sustained effort is what creates adaptation. Now, let's pause here for a moment, because what we've covered so far is not just exercise advice, it's a framework, a way of understanding how your body responds to movement. I'm going to walk you through the remaining 3 exercise types and show you how to combine all 5 into a simple, effective routine that supports your health, your strength, and your overall vitality after 50. Now let's continue and bring everything together in a way that actually fits into real life. Because knowing what to do is one thing, but understanding how to do it without overcomplicating your routine is what actually creates long-term results. So far, we've talked about lower body compound movement and upper body pushing and pulling, and how these movements send strong signals to your body that strength is still required. And when your body receives that message consistently, it responds by maintaining muscle function, supporting metabolic activity, and helping stabilize the internal environment that influences hormones like testosterone. Now let's move into the third type of exercise, and this is one that many men overlook completely, even though it plays a major role in how your body functions every single day. And that is core stability. Now, when most people hear core, they immediately think of intense abdominal workouts or complicated routines. But that's not what we're focusing on here. We're focusing on control, the ability of your body to stabilize itself during movement. Your core is involved in almost everything you do: standing, walking, lifting, turning. It acts as a bridge between your upper and lower body. Now here's why this matters after 50. When core stability decreases, everything else becomes less efficient. Movements require more effort. Balance becomes less reliable. Posture begins to shift. And over time, this reduces the overall quality of movement throughout your entire body. Now, when movement quality decreases, the signals your body receives become weaker. And when those signals are weaker, your body has less reason to maintain strength and function at a higher level. Now here's the key idea. When you improve core stability, even with simple controlled movements, you improve how your entire body works together. You make every movement more efficient. And when movement becomes more efficient, your body responds better overall. Now let's move to the fourth type of exercise. And this is one that is often ignored because it doesn't feel like traditional exercise, but it plays a critical role, and that is mobility and flexibility work. Now think about how your body feels when it's stiff. Movement feels restricted, shorter, less natural. Now compare that to when your body feels loose and mobile. Movement becomes smoother, more controlled, less effortful. Now here's what most people don't realize. Mobility directly affects how well your muscles can activate. When your joints can move properly, your muscles can engage more effectively. And when your muscles engage more effectively, the signals sent to your body become stronger. Now again, we're not talking about extreme stretching routines. We're talking about simple, consistent mobility work. Gentle movements that keep your joints active and your body responsive. Now let's move to the fifth and final type of exercise. And this is the foundation that ties everything together. Low impact, consistent movement. Now this might be the most underestimated part of all, because it doesn't feel intense, it doesn't feel like a workout, but it is essential. Walking. Light daily movement. Staying physically active throughout the day. Now here's why this matters. Your body responds more to what you do regularly than what you do occasionally. A short, intense workout followed by long periods of inactivity sends mixed signals. But consistent daily movement sends a clear message. Stay active, stay functional, stay engaged. Now, when you combine all 5 of these movement types, something important happens. You create a complete system of stimulation, lower body strength, upper body engagement, core stability, mobility, and consistent movement. Now, this balanced approach sends a strong, clear signal to your body, not to push beyond its limits, but to maintain function, to stay responsive, to keep systems working together. Now let's talk about how to apply this without making your life complicated, because this is where many people get stuck. They think they need a structured, time-consuming routine, but that's not necessary. What matters is consistency, not complexity. Now imagine this. Instead of one long workout, you spread movement throughout your day. You include simple lower body movements when you get up. You add a few upper body movements later in the day. You keep your body active with walking or light movement. And you include small moments of mobility work to keep your body flexible. Now, this approach does something powerful. It keeps your body engaged throughout the day without overwhelming it. Now, let's talk about effort, because this is another area where mistakes happen. After 50, pushing to exhaustion is not the goal. Controlled effort is. You want to challenge your body just enough to send a signal, without creating excessive fatigue, because when fatigue is too high, recovery becomes harder, and when recovery becomes harder, consistency breaks down. Now, consistency is what drives adaptation, and adaptation is what supports long-term improvement. Now, let's talk about what you can realistically expect, because this is important. You are not going to wake up tomorrow feeling completely different. That's not how the body works. But over time, you may begin to notice more stable energy, better movement, improved strength, and a general sense that your body feels more responsive again. Now, these changes are gradual, but they are meaningful because they affect how you feel every single day. Now, let's bring everything back to the main idea. Supporting testosterone naturally is not about forcing your body. It's about giving your body the right signals consistently, through movement, through strength, through balance. Now, when your body receives those signals regularly, it adapts. And when it adapts, it becomes more stable, more efficient, more responsive. And that's what really matters after 50, not chasing extremes, but building consistency. Now, I want to leave you with something simple. Your body is always adapting. The only question is, what are you asking it to adapt to? If you give it inactivity, it adapts to that. If you give it movement and strength, it adapts to that instead. And over time, that becomes your new normal. I'm Dr. Jake Nolan, and I'll see you in the next video.